Hello my lovelies, welcome back to another video. So we're in a new spot. Can you guess what today's video is about? My TBR cart. So I thought it would be a fun video to go through all of my books on my TBR cart. Now, to go through all my books on my TBR cart. There was a few on there that I have already read, so they need to come off. Don't know why they're still on there. Well, to be fair, I haven't got much space anywhere else. I need a new bookshelf. I'm waiting for an IKEA trip. Yeah, so where to start? I have a few series. I have the Chestnut Spring series on top here, the last one of the Magnolia Park series. That's the Daisy Hates one. I don't have the other ones in the series, unfortunately. I might get them because I am actually really enjoying the series at the moment. So I probably will buy the rest of the series at some point. Then I have the Brutal Prince series, or Brutal. What's it called again? Is it Brutal Prince? I thought it was called, I don't know, Brutal Birthright series. That's what I was going with. So this is the Brutal Birthright series. I do have all of the books. I've read the first one. That is in my pile of books there because I'm waiting for a bookshelf. And I do also have the Butcher and Blackbird series here. I have the Lights Out series. I have a standalone, and then the rest are all standalone here. So that is a little small rundown before we actually get into it. And there's nothing here, by the way. It's empty. And here is just a load of clutter. You guys will have to ignore that. And my cute little book nook. I wonder if it'll turn on. Did you see that? Isn't that cute? I'll turn it on for the video. Let's start with the Chestnut Spring series. So at the top here, I have got all of them. I haven't even started one of them yet. They need to be pushed back. I have this cute little plant, keeping them upright. Then the Daisy Hates book. Not floppy, unfortunately. It is huge. Are you seeing this? It is humongous. I don't know why they have to be so big, but they are. It's not even like the writing is small or anything, but it's not a massive book, so that's good. So then we move on to my dark romance little section. So that's kind of like contemporary romance, kind of like soft. I know that Chestnut Spring series isn't soft, but it's not, I don't know, this is like mafia dark romance, you know what I mean? Even though that's not, maybe that should be moved. So yeah, I've got Stolen Air as that one here, Savage Lover, Bloody Heart, Broken Vow, and Heavy Crown. So these are actually really, really floppy. Are you seeing that? That is awesome. That is just heaven, and they smell amazing. And the writing is like huge. So that's great. And they're really, really small books. They're almost like novellas. I really enjoyed the first one. It's in my review of what I read in July, so go check that out if you haven't watched it yet. You should. I've read the Butcher and Blackbird book, which is the first one in this series. There's only two, I think, if I remember correctly. And it was okay. I really enjoyed it, but I do think it was just a little bit not what I was expecting. Again, it's in the video, so go check that out if you want to see my review. But I'm really looking forward to this. I love the colour. It's gorgeous. I bought this in, yes, my London book shopping, which again, go check it out because you should be. You should be going to check that out. It's a good video. It's really cute. These I bought online. I bought from The Works. They were like doing like a £15 deal. So I bought the whole series for like 15. The Elsie Silver ones I got as a Christmas present, I think last year, maybe the year before. Something like that. And then the same with the Magnolia Park series because I love these covers. They're gorgeous. I love these covers. I don't like the new ones. So despite the fact that they're huge, oh, that sucks. Oh, there we go. So then I got the Scythe and Sparrow. Oh no, that's the next one in the series. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so stupid. So yeah, I bought this whole series in London because I was going to get the first one, and then I saw the other two in foils, and I was like, I can't just leave them behind. I need to get the whole series. I can't just read the first one and not get the whole series. Then I got the Lights Out series. This was also in London. I got the two. This one's a little bit chunkier than this one, but I love the covers, and they're very popular at the moment, and I'm a bit nervous. I think I might get into this one next. So I'm a bit nervous, but hopefully it'll all be good. Oh my god, the writing's tiny. Look at that. Oh, it's tiny, but looking forward to it. So yeah, I bought these in London. Once again, you can't just buy the first one and not the rest, because this is the newest one out, isn't it? This was 2025. Yeah, so this year. Wow, okay. I thought it was at least last year. Then I got Pole Position. This again, I bought in London. I bought a lot of books in London. Like, I needed to stock up my TBR cart. This is a gay F1 romance. I am really trying to get into more F1 books because I enjoy them to an extent. I'm not going to get into it. I've explained it enough in all my other books. In all my other videos. I have never heard of this before at all, which I'm very surprised about. I think this is another new release, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's got a playlist. Cute. Oh, okay, this was last year. This was 2024. Basically a new release, in my opinion. I'm excited to get to that. I'm very excited. This is my mix and match shelf. So we have some hardbacks here that have been on my shelf for a while. Too long. They need to be read. I feel kind of bad for them. We have some new ones here, and then we have some that have been on my shelf for a while as well. Collecting dust. I do feel bad. Let's stick that back up there. Isn't that cute? There we go. First, we have Divine Rivals on the shelf. This isn't anything special, unfortunately, in case you were wondering. Yeah, this has been on my shelf for a while. I think, again, I got this like for my... Excuse me? Archer's voice trying to escape. I got this for my birthday, I think, a couple years ago. A lot of these were gifted to me by my birthday. What is on the edge of this? That is strange. There's like splotches. I actually don't know if you could see that. Probably not. I don't even know why I'm trying. I'm really excited to read this. I haven't got the other one yet, and I want to get it, but I need to read this one first because I don't know whether I'm going to like it or not. I think there's something to do with like a magic typewriter in like the war times, and she writes a letter to her brother and then it like gets sent to the sky or something. I can't quite remember. Obviously I haven't read it yet, so I wouldn't know fully. Then the next one that's already trying to escape is Archer's Voice. Now I heard this is a bit of a sob story, so I've been kind of putting this off because I'm scared, but apparently it's great. I got this in America. This is the gorgeous cover in Barnes and Nobles when I went on holiday. I had to get a souvenir, and there was only one left on the shelf, and it is a limited special edition with annotations of the author's thoughts when she wrote the book. So it's almost explaining... my finger trapped in there, did you see that? It's almost explaining like what her thoughts were behind writing this book. It's going to be a bit of a long read, reading her annotations at the same time as reading the book, but I am really excited. This cost me $30, which was a bit pricey, but I was on holiday and I had money to spend, so I spent them on books. No one can judge me here because we're all here for books, so I feel safe saying that. Then I have... oh god, I'm getting pins and needles in my feet. This is the next book, which is Stolen Air. I have had this on my shelf for probably 3 years now, which is kind of worrying. I don't know why I haven't picked it up. There's nothing special, again, in case anyone was wondering. I have finished, obviously, the the Cruel Prince series. I am all over the place today, guys. I do apologise. I finished the Cruel Prince series and I loved it. And I wanted to read more of the world. But for some reason, this just hasn't called to me. And I feel like maybe it's because I've made peace with the series now that I'm kind of done with it. I do want to read this, which is why it's been on my TBR for like 3 years. But eventually I will get to it because I like Holly Black. I just haven't read any more of her books since, so probably why I'm a little nervous to get back into her. And last in the hardbacks, oh my gosh, guys, you're probably not even surprised. I can get this out. How rude. I have Fourth Wing. And again, this has been on my shelf for probably not as long as the others, nothing special. But yeah, I wanted to read it because of the hype, but the writing is so small and it's massive. And I'm scared because it's been hyped so much. I feel like I shouldn't get scared because of that. So it might be in one of my book vlogs coming up that might include this, depending on what gets picked for me. I'm a bit scared, but you know, I've got to read it eventually. Those are my hardbacks. And we move on to like thrillery type. So I bought this in the works. It's The Maidens. This was kind of an impulsive. Dude, there was no need to keep falling. This was kind of an impulsive buy. I'm not gonna lie. That rhymes. I like the sound of it, and it's by Alex. I don't know how to say his last name. I always struggle. Michaelids or Michaelides. Michaelids? I can't quite know. But he wrote The Silent Patient, and I really, really enjoyed The Silent Patient. So I was kind of like, well, I enjoyed The Silent Patient. I might enjoy this. I liked his writing. It sounded really good, but this has been sat on my shelf for so long, and it's not even like that bad. Like, look at the writing. I'm just not leaning towards it. So when it comes to October, I might have this in like a spooky reads or something like that, you know, like a thriller vlog. I think that would be really good to have. So that's been sat on my shelf for a while. Then I have Kingdom of the Wicked. I have heard mixed reviews on this. So my aunt also has this book, and I was thinking about buddy reading it with her at some point. But yeah, I've had this on my shelf for probably like 2 years, like The Maidens. I got it in the works, and I don't know why I haven't picked it up. I'm definitely not going to read the rest of the series. That's why I haven't bought it. I just don't think it would be a series I'll be that much interested in. This has been sat on my shelf for like ages. Unfortunately, I do feel bad for these books because they've been sat on my shelf for so long, and it really sucks. But I will get to them. I have many vlogs coming up that I hopefully will include these. So they'll be read. They need to be read at some point because they're on my to be read shelf. So only makes sense. Then I have Belladonna. This hasn't been on there for that long. Thank God. Again, the writing is like baby writing. Like, look at the spacing in those paragraphs. Perfect. This has been really hyped up in a good way, as in like it's not overly hyped, but when people do read it, it's had good reviews. I'm looking forward to reading this. I really am. I think there's more afterwards in this series. Like, isn't it like Wayward and stuff? I'm fairly sure that's in this series. Isn't it about a girl who like falls in love with death or something? I thought that sounded pretty cool, and the concept sounds really, really interesting to me. I don't actually know why I haven't picked this up yet. I don't actually know why. So this actually sounds really good. So again, this hasn't been on my shelf for too long. Then we're coming towards my new buys. So I got Ride With Me. Oh my gosh. Sprayed Edges alert. Delicious. This again is another F1 book. Apparently this is a lot better than the Dirty Air series, which is good because that is what I want. And I'm looking forward to it. I am actually looking forward to this one. Oh. Moment of silence for the crinkle of the paint. This is a gorgeous cover as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I bought this a few days after London. So I bought this in the works for £6 with sprayed edges, which is a bargain considering I could have bought it for £9.99 in Waterstones without sprayed edges. I thought that was pretty good. So that's one of my newer buys on this TBR cart. And then we're moving on to thriller a bit more. I have just started getting into thriller, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So I found this Safe Enough book by Lee Child, who has been popping up everywhere since I bought this book. I've never seen him before, and then he popped up everywhere. So quite interesting. So I didn't know he was that famous, if I'm going to be honest with you. And I also didn't know that there are 20 pulse-pounding short stories collected in this novel. But it's so short. Like, it finishes here. And you've got all of this, which is like about the author. I was like, oh my God. That's a lot of just wasted. Well, not wasted, because no one reads that. Let's face it. Who actually reads about the author and the acknowledgements? Does anyone actually read those? I kind of want to know because I don't. Maybe I should. Then, because it was a buy one get one half price, this is in foils, I bought Anna O along with the Safe Enough book. I've definitely seen this book about somewhere, but I read the blurb of it when I was in there and it sounds amazing. It's about this girl who basically sleepwalks, and everyone knows like it was her fingerprints on the knife, but no one knows whether she was really meant to kill that night because they don't know the secrets of her sleepwalking. So I'm guessing that she like kills in her sleep because she sleepwalks. That's what it sounds like. So I'm very excited. I've definitely heard this somewhere. Oh look, Irresistible by Lee Child. I didn't know that. That's cool. That's good to know. Hopefully it's good then. Last on my thriller list is Who Would Have Thought, a Freida McFadden book. This is The Tenant. I think this is one of her newest releases. Yeah, it is. And a bit chunkier for Freida McFadden, to be fair. Didn't really think about that. I really enjoy her books at the moment. I've just started reading them and I'm loving them. I really am. The descriptions are amazing. They're literally like watching a movie. If you haven't read any of her books, I totally recommend it because honestly, it is like watching a movie. It's great. So I kind of wanted to get onto some new ones, which my aunt again kind of gifted this to me. She's definitely one that gets you into thriller and keeps you gripped. I mean, I read one of her books in one sitting. I barely ever do that. The only book I've done that with is Verity by Colleen Hoover because she is just much better at writing thrillers than she is romance. I will admit that. Like, her romances are questionable. Everyone knows that. But her thrillers are really good. So besides that, one by one, I read that in one sitting. So definitely, if you like a good thriller that keeps you gripped, that you can just read straight, definitely try Freida McFadden. She is amazing. I'm glad I recently got introduced to her. I'm very pleased because I want a good thriller and she gives them. So that is my random shelf. Let me put all these back. Now that's all back in, we're going to move on to my rubbish shelf, if you say. It's not really rubbish shelf, it's just more like things that have just been chucked in that are bookish related. So my friend bought me this for my birthday and it is a library punch. So it's like it's one of those punches where you get on the pages and you punch it and it will say like Layla's library, because obviously my name's Layla. So I thought that was really sweet. I really like that. I think I haven't stamped anything yet, but I'm thinking about stamping some of my collectibles because I'm never going to sell those ever because they're my collectibles. They're my babies. They live in my heart. So that lives just there. Then I have an absolute ton of bookmarks that I have made with my aunt. So we did flower pressing and we got all these flowers and we're like, well, what do we do with them? Because we were pressing them and then we had nothing to do with them. So we made little bookmarks and I thought they were really sweet. So we got that blue one. There's a Christmassy one, so it's Merry Christmas at the top. And then we've got this one with a little tassel on the end, very fluffy. I really like that one. And I love this one as well. It's a nice yellow one. That's pretty as well. Then I've got a candle, which I have burnt, but I didn't like the smell of it very much. Lime, basil, and mandarin. Yummy. Yeah. So unfortunately that has just been shoved there because I burnt it now, so I don't know what to do with it. What's this? Oh, these are the feet that were meant to go on the bottom of my bookshelves. I say my book like cubby holes, but we never got around to putting them on, unfortunately. I don't know why. Maybe I should bring that up. Maybe I should put those on. We have some sticky tabs, a whole load of sticky tabs for when I annotate. I have a box that used to have a candle in it. It's an old bookshop candle, which I haven't burnt yet. It is on my bookshelf in the corner with my Fearless book presented. I have a bag. Oh, it's my Barnes & Noble bag. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of my Barnes & Noble bag. my dream to go there, and I finally went, so I'm not going to get rid of the bag hoarder. I've got some tarot cards. Iridescent, gorgeous. Oh, we have more sticky tabs. Cutest page markers. Oh, I've had these for years. They don't even stick properly. That's probably why they're stuck in here. What's this? Oh, broken Slytherin bookmark. That was sad. That snapped and I was very devastated because I really liked that bookmark. And this that I forgot to put in there. So I forgot that was in there. I have TBR cards. I will be doing a video with these shortly. So they're like prompts for your TBR. So I'll read one. You've got choose a book which is body positive. So there's loads. They're gorgeous. I haven't actually used them yet and I'm very sad. Very sad. So I will be using them in a video shortly because I think that'll be really, really fun. And I have a very old book in here which I started reading and I got halfway and I got bored because look at that. It's like proper old English. And I mean, I didn't get bored. It was actually a good book. I'm not going to lie. And it came with a very questionable newspaper about the author, which basically says that... Wait, no, it's not that side. It's this side. Yeah. Wilkie Collins is the author of this book. And it basically says, a master of suspense fueled by that. So, that's great. I don't know why that was in here, but very interesting. How old is this newspaper? Dated 13th of the 8th, 2013, because it's got DT. I'm guessing that means dated. Strange. Anyway, pretty cool, I guess. There are some pictures there. I really like this. I think it's a really cool thing to own. And like I said, I was reading it, but it was really long and I just kind of got a bit like, I want to read something else now. So that is my old book I own. Oh yeah, this came with it. Adopt a book. Because I bought it off, where did I buy it off of? Bought it off of Etsy. And I thought that was really sweet. It comes with a little note. That was really, really cute. Here's the other half to my Slytherin bookmark. Devastated because that was a gift. They broke. This cute box. Wow, it's actually a wicker basket. It's not really a box, is it? This book that's stuck in it. What's this? Oh my goodness gracious. I tried learning the guitar during lockdown. I forgot this was in here. That's concerning. I need to go through my stuff, man. These are all the things that I learnt. I don't know why. I didn't just shove it in a book. Okay, that's actually quite interesting. So yeah, that's me trying to learn the guitar. I actually did a pretty good job of it, to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I need to get this book out. Ah, here we go. Now, I am a Harry Potter nerd. Like, if you couldn't tell already, I'm a Harry Potter nerd. So I have this book. It says Divination written on it. It's got... Oh! Hello! It's got all my guitar things in it. I must have, like, noted them down on here and then put them in the book. Look at that! Oh my god, I completely forgot I even had all this. Oh my god! I actually forgot I owned this. That's really cool. Man. I don't know where I put the guitar. I think it's in the loft now. God, I was bored during lockdown, wasn't I? That's great. I actually forgot that was in there. Wow, I'm glad I did this. Hey, so let me pack this up before I finish the video. I've actually packed that up nicer than it actually was before. It's so much neater than before, so I'm glad I did that. So that is my TBR cart. There's obviously a few things on there that I've already read. I've popped them back in there just because I haven't finished the series yet, so I feel like that kind of annoys me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me turn that off so I'm not wasting the battery. There's a lot of these books that are most likely going to be seen in the next few videos, so now you'll know what I have on my TBR cart ready for those videos when you see them. And yeah, I would love to know what books you have on your TBR cart or how many you have. Actually, that's a good question. How many do I have here? Let me count. So I have 27 books on my TBR cart, which is not bad considering the start of the year. I started with, I think, over 30, and I've read loads since, and I've also bought more since. So I've actually done really well. I'd like to know how many you have on your TBR cart. Is it a big TBR? Is it too big for a cart? It might be, which I don't blame you for. So yeah, that is my TBR cart. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, give it a big thumbs up because that would really help me out. And I'd love to have a chat with you in the comments about how many books are on your TBR and what type of books you have, any series, any unfinished series. All my socials are in the description below, so go check that out. I've got my Goodreads, my Fable, and my Instagram down there too. So thank you for being here and watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!